No, that freaking League Pass this year does post conferences now. Like, after the game ends, if you wait like 10 minutes, it goes to the post conference.
Really?
I never knew that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I still have the Celtics one up. They have like the freaking.
And welcome to
What?
Around the Cartoon Horn. Sorry to cut you off, Matt, but he was going a little long. Your host Jordan Jackson got the new set, got some muscle behind me for when you guys get out of line. So, want to introduce yourself? Let's go left to right.
I'm Christian, and that's it.
Derek, and I'm depressed because Jalen Brown sold. Can't score 27 points.
Should have cashed out, bro.
There was no
Um,
option.
Why do I have a -1 already?
Because you didn't have anything to say.
That's some bullshit.
I'm Matt, and I'm the muscles behind Jordan, just keeping these two in check.
Alright, and it's not fair you guys all have cameras on. I messed up. Alright, I'll put mine on in a second.
Just for this start, I'm gonna make it my mission to have the most negative points in history this episode.
Well, fortunately I wasn't ready for that, so it caps out at 10, so you can take those if you want. But, since you are behind, I'll let you go first. Do you want receivers, running backs, defense, return? What do you want? What do you want? While you think about that, I'll get my camera on.
See, it's like weird because I have no context.
Yeah, but that's what makes it entertaining.
Running backs, I guess.
All right, running backs. And most touchdowns from the running back position ever. Go ahead.
Emmett Smith.
I'll give you 1 minute, sir.
Okay.
Oh,
Emmett Smith.
hang on. Yep, timer is not popping up right now. hang on.
Oh,
No, it's good. I'm just copying the timers and putting them over here.
you should dock yourself 2 points, Jordan.
I would if I could. All right, 1 minute. Go ahead, Emmett Smith.
Barry Sanders.
And I'm not seeing Barry.
What? LT.
LD.
Walter Payton.
And Walter Payton. Got about 20 more seconds.
God.
Come on, man. Come on.
Adrian Peterson.
AB.
Last one.
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
You can pass it.
Would you like to take a guess there, sir, Derek?
Yeah, I'm going to guess Frank Gore.
It is not Frank Gore, surprisingly. Matt? Or should I say Josh?
Is it Eric Dickerson?
It is not Eric Dickerson. We were looking for Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that, too. All right, Derek, I gave Christian the option, so what do you want? Receivers? Defense?
Return.
All right. So for return, I did a little different because there's a lot of guys. If you can name 5 of the top 6, there's a 3-way tie, and I'll only give you one of those. If you guess one of those guys, that's all you get.
All right.
And the timer's being weird, so.
You could just go at. I was gonna say I could go at 2:15.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Joshua Cribbs.
Joshua Cribbs.
Devin Hester.
Yeah, Josh Cribbs, Devin Hester.
Cordero Patterson.
Cordell Patterson. It gave you 2 points, so I'm not going to give you another one.
Yeah, I saw.
And Cordell was one
Dante.
of those tied for 6.
Oh, okay. Dante Hall.
Dante Hall.
That's 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna guess if I miss, I'm just gonna pass. Priest Holmes.
No Priest Holmes.
All right, I'm passing.
All right, Matt. Oh, I know what the issue is.
I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer who it could be.
Sorry. All right. Christian.
Oh, damn it.
Did he say Deion Sanders already?
He did not, but Dion is not the answer.
Oh, come on.
Can I say or make a guess?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. I don't know if Derek said this already, but Deshaun Jackson.
No, Deshaun was not also.
Oh,
We were looking
Who's
for B. Mitchell and Eric Metcalf. Eric
Who the hell?
Metcalf. I know.
Wait, you said those guys were tied for 6th, right?
No, that B. Mitchell's second all time. Eric Metcalf is 4th. The guys tied for 6 was Darren Sproles, Jacoby Jones.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know either of
Darren
those 2
Sproles.
guys.
Oh man.
All right, Matt. You want defensive touchdowns or receiving touchdowns?
I guess receiving.
All right, receiving. 1 minute. Go ahead.
Does like receiving count as like tight ends as well?
Sure.
Okay.
No, just do receivers.
Okay. Is Randy Moss on there?
Randy's on there. Damn it.
Is Megatron on there?
Megatron is not.
Okay. I can't even think of receivers right now, man. Larry Fitzgerald, is he on there?
Larry is not.
Wow. Okay. Let's think of some other people.
20 seconds.
Is Michael Irving on there?
Michael Irving is not on here.
Okay.
10 seconds.
I'm good. I really can't think of any right now, honestly.
All right, Christian, would you like to take a guess?
All he said was Randy Moss, right?
Correct.
That's real. Yeah, that's it.
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
Oh, why can't I think of Jerry Rice?
Derek.
I'm gonna guess Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison is 5th. Christian.
T.O.
T.O. is 3rd. Can you guess the last one, Derek?
Is it Reggie Wayne?
It is not Reggie Wayne. How
Sorry,
about you, Christian?
We don't lose a point. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Chris Carter.
It is Chris Carter.
Bro, my other guess, because you said tight ends count, right?
I was going to, but then I was like, I don't know if because I did this research last week, and I just have receivers here, so
I was definitely gonna say Antonio Gates.
All right, but let's move on from there. Actually, I did the research. Let's just go down the line, least points, so right to left. Matt, top 5 in defense. Go ahead, give me a guess.
Like who has the most defensive touchdowns?
Right.
Like as an individual player?
You know what? Since it's just you 3, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 options. I'll give you each 3 guesses. Unless you guys
lose points.
No. Let's just do it for fun, real quick. Come on, let's go.
Prime time.
Prime time.
That's my guess.
Do I keep guessing?
No, it's Derek's turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna say T.J. Watt.
No TJ Watt.
Wow, that was like, man, he's only like 4 or 5 years in.
Yeah, but he scores a lot.
Christian?
Yeah, he does. It's kind of cool.
Ed Reed.
Ed Reed, no. Matt?
Wow. Champ Bailey on there?
No Champ Bailey. Derek?
Darrell Revis.
No Darrell Revis. Christian? Hey, get your head back on the screen, sir. What are you doing?
Looking at Facebook.
Or the answers?
I'm gonna go with Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson is on here. Matt? Last guess?
Um,
Sir, at least have your
Ray
face in the
Lewis?
screen, bro. No Ray Lewis. Derek?
and
Richard Sherman.
No Sherb. Christian?
Troy Polamalu.
And no Troy. It's Rod Woodson, Charles Woodson, Darren Sharper, Aqib Talib, Anenis Williams, Deion Sanders, and Ken Houston.
Wow.
I can't believe Aqib Talib's on there.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, Talib was like great cornerback.
See, it's one to get the
I didn't know
interception,
that.
like Revis, but you got to take it to the house too. You know, that's where
Yeah,
it gets
true.
hard. All right, ready? Who am I? Let's try and get through this quicker.
Jordan Jackson.
All right, who's got the least amount of points? Matt, you want
Me.
the current NFL, past NFL, current NBA, past NBA, current wrestler, past wrestler, current fighter, past fighter, UFC.
I'll just do current NBA.
All right, go ahead. Ask me anything. 8 questions for
So,
possibly 8 points.
am I in the Eastern Conference?
You're in the East.
Am I in the Atlantic
I mean,
Division?
I'm in the East. I think so. Let me check. Go ahead, ask your next question though, if you have it.
Well, I gotta get an answer if you're on the Atlantic.
All right, hang on.
Bruh. Top Dollar botches so hard on SmackDown tonight.
Does he? Jeez. Of course, Bleacher Report doesn't have divisions.
Well, I think the Atlantic is Celtics, Nets, Bucks,
Cavs.
and Cavs
Hawks.
and Hawks. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not in the Atlantic.
Okay. Am I a veteran?
What's your definition of veteran?
I'd say not a rookie or second year person.
Okay, yes, I'm a veteran. Five more questions. For 5 more points.
Am I a point guard?
I'm not a point guard, but I do have the rock a lot. Come on, too much dead air, bro. Come on.
Am I? I'm sorry. Am I a starter?
I am a starter.
Where's the rock a lot? Do I play for the Heat?
I do play for the Heat.
Am I Tyler Hero?
I'm not Tyler Hero. Last guess.
Oh gosh. You said you were a starter, right? I asked that question, right?
I am a starter.
Okay, on the Heat. So is it Jimmy Butler?
I'm Jimmy Butler.
Why did you say Tyler Hero? He said I'm not a point guard.
Well, Tyler's
Well, he said
technically a shooting
he said
guard.
he said, "What's your definition of a veteran?" So I was just like, I was just like thinking of a person that was like 3-4 years in.
Isn't
Yeah, that
Tyler
makes
Hero a
sense.
shooting guard?
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh.
But he don't have the ball a lot either, though. So I would say that kind of contrasts with the. Let's move on. Let's move on. All right,
So
Derek and
did I get
Christian are
1 point
tied.
from
Uh,
that,
Yeah, you got one.
or did I get? Okay.
All right, Christian started the show, so go ahead, Derek. What do you want? What do you want?
Current NFL.
Current NFL. Go ahead. I'm ready.
What year was I drafted?
2014 sounds right, but let me make sure.
And my second question is what school?
I was drafted in 2016
Out of what school?
out of the Ohio State.
How does he always get these Ohio State ones?
I don't know. He's just lucky.
Oh, Wyatt got the other one, and that was the easiest one ever. So
Oh, Mike
2016.
Conley.
Yeah. Do I play for the Cowboys?
He said, "Am I junior?" Yeah, I play for the Cowboys.
Am I Ezekiel Elliott?
I am Ezekiel Elliott. All right, Christian. What you want? What you want?
I'll do current UFC.
Current UFC. Go ahead.
What weight division?
Screen didn't change it. Nope.
What weight division did I most fight in? Last time that question screwed me.
Heavyweight.
Heavyweight.
Hold on, let me just double check here. What's a heavyweight class?
It's over 200. So it's like 265.
Okay.
20 area.
Heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight.
Have I fought in the last 6 months?
Last 6 months? No.
Am I Stipe?
I am Stipe.
Did you do
Oop.
past or current?
Huh? I mean, I looked up if he's retired, and it didn't say he was, so.
No, he's not retired.
But it also said he didn't have a fight since, like, March 2021, so I was like, don't. You know.
How many questions did Christian ask?
2.
Dang.
All right. Christian, which one do you want?
Current WWE.
Okay, go ahead. Ask me anything. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Am I a man or a woman?
I'm a man.
Do I currently hold a belt?
I do not.
Am I on Raw or SmackDown?
I'm on Raw.
Seth Rollins?
I'm not Seth Rollins.
Damn. Bobby Lashley?
I'm not Bobby Lashley.
Ah. Trying to think of a better question to ask instead of just guessing names. Have I been with the company for more than 10 years?
I have.
Ooh.
2 questions left.
Dang.
Wait, are we only getting 6 now? Because wasn't that 4?
I've tallied 6 questions already.
He said 2 names. Oh, yeah. You're right.
Man. That's tough.
Kind of screwed yourself with those 2 guesses.
Yeah. More than 10 years. Did I wrestle on this last... Did I appear on this last Raw?
I don't think so.
No. Dang.
I don't believe I was on this past Raw.
By Dolph Ziggler?
I am Dolph Ziggler. So what, that was 7 questions, right? So 1 point?
That's so funny.
How?
I don't know how he got that. Because Dolph was on 2 weeks ago. So I was like,
See, I was thinking The Miz. And then when you said he wasn't on this Raw, I don't know, Dolph Ziggler just popped in my head.
All right,
That's insane.
Derek, what do you got? What do you got?
I'll do past WWE.
Past WWE. All right, I'm ready.
All right, so my first question, you have to confirm that I can ask this. Who is my biggest rival?
I think that's a fair question. What do you guys think? Seems
Yeah,
pretty
that's fair.
I would say most people would say my biggest rival was The Undertaker.
That's tough.
I think I know.
That is a good question, though.
The Undertaker. Was I ever in a faction?
What's your definition of a faction?
Like a long-term tag team or group?
Well, I mean, is it a
Like
tag team? Like,
not well, I guess a long-term tag team, not like a Batista Rey Mysterio tag team, but like Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy.
I wouldn't say I was in a long-term tag team, but I have been in tag teams that have spanned for a long time, just not consecutively. Christian looks like he knows it.
Probably. I'm trying to think of Undertaker's rivals because, God, do I currently work for the company in any way?
I don't believe I'm signed there, but I do make appearances probably like once a year.
And now you lost me.
Have I ever been a tag team with the Undertaker?
I have.
Am I Kane?
I am Kane.
Uh,
Who are you thinking, Christian?
Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
Oh.
See, at first I was thinking Shawn Michaels or Triple H.
Was that what the faction question was for?
Yeah, because I almost asked if I was part of Evolution.
Like, I didn't know how to answer that because I was like, I don't think Kane's been in a faction, but like,
No.
he's been in long tag teams, but never like,
I
I
feel like
was like,
him and Undertaker were like a big deal.
yeah. All right, Matt, what do you want? We got past UFC, past NBA, and past NFL.
I'll just do NBA again.
All right, go ahead. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Well, Derek can ask this question. Can I? What was my biggest rival, or who was my biggest rival?
Magic Johnson. I'm just kidding.
Talking like team or other
Yeah, that's
It,
what I was.
it would depend on. Are you asking like player wise?
Player, yeah.
It would
Like who would?
depend who you
Yeah.
ask, but I would say Kobe was my biggest rival.
You got it.
Okay.
I feel like I have two ideas of who this could be.
Me too. Am I in the Eastern Conference,
I believe I played. I
or
played for
was
the.
I?
I played for the East most of my career.
Did I retire with the? Well, did I play for the Clippers?
I never played for the Clippers.
Okay. So it's not Paul Pierce.
Yeah, that was one
Okay.
of my.
Okay. So you said you played for the West most of your career,
No, I
or
played for
East,
the
right?
East.
Am I Tracy McGrady?
I'm not Trace McGrady.
Okay. I don't know. Did I win a ring?
I have won 2 rings.
Were both of those rings on the same team or
They
with the same team?
they were not with the same team. Two
Oh my
questions
gosh, man.
left.
I can't even freaking think of who it is.
Now, this one's hard.
2 rings. One. Um, what year was my final ring?
Final ring? Oh,
Yeah, or the second ring.
2012. It was 2012.
2012? Dude, I truly can't even freaking think of anything.
Oh wait, is it 2012 or 2013? Hang on. It might be 2013.
2 rings?
2 rings.
If it's 2013,
Yeah, it was
The
2013.
Heat. I like seriously don't even have a freaking answer. Drew Brees, last ring was in 2013, so that was with the Heat.
Yes.
So that
It's for all the marbles, bro. By all the marbles, I mean 1 point.
I know. Uh, I guess Dwayne Wade. No, I don't know, man.
That is a good guess, but
Oh yeah,
nope.
Dwayne Wade has three. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. I truly don't know
I'm Ray
who
Allen.
was it.
I
Oh
didn't get to
my god.
guess.
Why did we didn't even get the guess.
My bad.
Dang, I knew that. I was gonna say
Who
I
did Ray Allen? Oh,
the
he.
Celtics and the Heat.
Who did he play for in the West?
Supersonics.
Supersonic. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
But it was so
Okay.
brief. I was like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, there's two more here, but I'll save them in case there's a tie, because you never know. And oh no, hang on, I gotta do one more thing. But
Oh, Ray Allen.
first topic is about Steph Curry, and you know what? This will probably just be easier. And would Matt? Would you talk about that? Well, I'm trying to fix this.
I'm assuming it's with the shoulder injury.
Yeah, you could throw that in there.
Well, what about Steph Curry? I mean, you said it. I could throw that in there, but
I sent the
what's the main
messages to
thing?
y'all. I can't remember at the moment.
Oh my God! You sent me these 2 days ago, Jordan. What are you talking?
Okay, now
I
it
don't
should be
even have them
fixed.
anymore.
Okay, yeah, Steph Curry
Okay.
splashing, guys. Oh, hang on. He's
Oh, about his threes.
yeah, he there it is.
Fastest player to ever reach 100 threes in a single season. Um, yeah, that just shows that Steph Curry's the greatest shooter of all time, and arguably like top two point guard of all time. But I mean, um, crazy record to break, and just makes it look so effortless.
All right. Sorry about that. All right, Christian.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too surprised. He's the greatest shooter of all time. It's just crazy that he literally has like the top 4 or 5 of these records, and he finally broke his own record. It's like at this point, when it comes to shooting records, he's just trying to outdo himself every time. So I think, what could you say? He's the most clutch shooter ever.
All right, Derek.
I think this just solidifies his top five debate. Like, it's hard to go around it when he holds, like, he is the greatest shooter. Like, and the crazy thing is, like, if you look at all of these pictures, you can see how much he's changed through the years, and he's like still consistently doing it and even better. Um, Shoot, next year he might even do it in 18. Who knows? He might just try to just keep doing it sooner and sooner. But I mean, 100 threes in 19 games is insane because like you look at most of these players, they can barely hit 2 to 3 threes in a single game consistently.
Okay. Before we move on, anyone want to mention anything about the injury that happened after I sent the topic? So
Yeah, I just think it's sad.
Yeah, it sucks,
He
but
doesn't
I'm
need
glad it
surgery.
wasn't like a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't a season-ending thing. Glad like he didn't dislocate his shoulder, where he was out for the rest of the season. That'd have been
Yeah,
awful for how terrible the Warrior season's already going.
can
and
the
he's only
Warriors
gonna miss a few weeks.
can they stand
Not
their
a few.
ground for a few weeks though? That's what I'm wondering. But this was going to be teams, but there's only three of you, so I'll give you each 30 seconds to go speak on it. Joel thinks some fans want him traded. What do you got to say about that, Derek?
I think Philly fans are the most ruthless fans. And if you can't handle it, then you probably shouldn't be in Philly, to be honest. And if fans actually want him traded, then they're complete idiots because Joel Embiid's a top 2 center in the league right now. And he's basically that team.
Okay. Matt?
Yeah, I completely agree that Phillies fans are just like crazy. They're just insane. But I'm gonna kind of flip the script on this one. But you know, we've been trusting the process for almost a decade now, and he can't even get out of the second round. Like, why do they trust the process at this point? Um, he just needs to go to a team that's better coached. Rest in peace, Doc Rivers. He's basically just a dud, and hopefully to a contending team that can actually win something.
Christian?
Yeah, Philly does have like the top 3 craziest fan bases in sports. Honestly, though, I would trade him at this point because it doesn't seem to be working again this year. It hasn't worked for the last like 6, 7 years. How long is this process supposed to take? And even with getting a second all-star player, still not really panning out. I think they can get a lot for him right now rather than like waiting until he's on the downward. So get a bunch of picks, rebuild, try a different process in a couple years, and I say make out like bandits now before he starts to lose value.
I would say the Knicks should look into trading him,
So, can I say
but
something funny?
they'll end up
You said, but
trading for Matisse Thybulle, and that's how the trade will end up going.
can I say something funny real quick? It doesn't really pertain.
Hang on. You finished strong, Christian, but you were also like 8 seconds over. what do you got to say, Derek?
So it's about the Sixers more so, but they were interviewing Doc before the game against the Warriors tonight, and they were like, "Yeah, so how important is it that you guys make it out of the East this year? Because you guys haven't made it out of the East since 2001, and haven't been to a final since then." And he's just like, "That team has nothing to do with me."
It's true.
It's just ridiculous what these analysts be saying sometimes.
But he can't reach them
Yeah.
standards, though, so it does kind of have
Yeah.
something to do with him. Speaking of funny, though, check this quote, bro. If we ever have a bubble championship again, then that specific trophy should be named after LeBron James. What you got to say about that, Derek? From
I
Evan
think
Turner,
that's really funny. I think
the
that's
Ohio
really
State
funny.
Evan Turner.
I think that's really funny, actually. I think if they do make it that, they should make it like LeBron James because they'll probably just make it the same as all the other ones that aren't the MVP trophy, and they should make it LeBron James in there with like a Mickey Mouse like ears on because it's like the Mickey Mouse trophy. And my light just went out. And so, so I think that's actually hilarious that Evan said that, but I don't. I feel like somebody better should have said it, not him.
Yeah, I feel like you are under LeBron's payroll, and he just cut your lights for dissing him, bro.
This is true.
That
This might have
I wish I would
happened.
be ball. I want to care about that $2,900 bet that just missed.
All right, Christian.
Yeah, I think this is hilarious, and I'm like a big Evan Turner fan now just because he's such a LeBron hater, and I could relate. I hope he just keeps coming all season with these LeBron disses, and he honestly he'd probably have more notoriety if he keeps doing that than he had in a long time. So I'd just keep rolling with it.
I wish I had his follow-up tweet on here, but man, he is hilarious
Yeah,
lately.
it's too funny.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Matt.
Completely agree. This is like the funniest quote ever. Especially I think like this is like 2 weeks after LeBron was talking on his like barbershop show. He's just saying like, yeah, I've been a part of two of the hardest championships of all time. The 3-1 comeback and the bubble championship. He's like, there was just so I couldn't be around anybody. Yet they like allowed everybody, all the family to come in, like at the conference finals. So just Evan Turner's just being a troll, man. He's just trolling LeBron so hard, especially with the tweet that you're talking about, saying, "I gotta wake up, live the same job that you always do." Yeah, this is why you hate me. But Evan Turner, this is a fat W for you.
It's the first time I remember somebody pulling that reverse Uno card on LeBron's quote back then.
I didn't
um,
even know Evan Turner was still in the league, to be honest.
he's not.
He's not.
I think he's on the
Oh,
Celtics coaching staff, isn't he?
why did
No,
they?
I don't believe he just does podcasts now, man.
Why did they
Uh,
That's
put
where I
a
think
picture of him in the Blazers then?
last team he
because
played
he
for.
played for the Blazers. That was the last team. He
All right.
might be on the Celtics coach. I doubt it.
What do you guys think of this though? Just to appease the LeBron fans. What if we made a trophy for LeBron and it's most accumulative stats in a season just goes to that person?
What
Yeah,
about? I feel like that's a diss.
that's actually not a bad idea.
Right,
It-
right? That's something.
If they would have made it like, a handful of years ago, Russ would have got that every year with all the
Exactly.
triple
Oh
doubles.
yeah, 100%.
Is that who you said that was a diss to, Christian?
Yeah.
Win a ring and then it could be called the Rush Trophy.
Or
He's won
or
MVPs.
P. It's one
we
MVP.
could do a turnover trophy and give it to the person with the most turnovers every year.
Yeah, they could do most affairs and give it to that old Celtics coach.
Or Kobe.
Hey,
That's a good one. But so I meant to upload the picture, but I missed it. Let's talk about the NBA trophies now. Christian, you want to start this one?
Yeah, I see a lot of people hating on it, like, oh, it's pointless. What was the reason for this? But I think it's pretty cool. Pays homage to a lot of the legends. Gives the greatest player of all time some recognition for the greatest trophy of the year. So I don't know why everybody's hating on it. Everyone's like, oh, it's just a publicity stunt. I'm like, what? What is the stunt? Like, what? What are they gaining from it? Like, I don't understand the arguments. I think it's cool, and I like that. It's like that's one thing I've always liked about the NBA is they've always honored their past greats, and that's like the best thing they do. When I feel like the NFL kind of does, but not as much, and then like UFC and stuff like doesn't do it at all. So it's just nice to see.
All right, Matt.
yeah, I completely agree. You know, uh, I I love the trophies that they made. I love the design of them. But I have some I saw some people complaining like, why isn't the uh MVP award go to Kareem? Because doesn't is he tied with MJ with the most, or does he have the most MVPs? Or
I think he has the most.
yeah, so that's one argument that some people could have, which I said that could make sense. But obviously what Michael Jordan did to the game, he literally transcended the sport globally. Like he deserves to have that trophy. Um, and then my only trophy I do not like is the clutch player trophy, because what if some bench player hits 3 game winners uh, in a season and ends up with the most game winners? So does he technically get that award? He gets the most clutch player in the NBA because he just hit 3 game winners. How is that measured? That's just the one trophy I do have a true complaint. It's just what the heck? How's that measured?
Okay, Derek, you want to finish this off?
Yeah, I think it's really dope that they're honoring the legends. The only complaint I have is after the MVP trophy, they literally just made all of the trophies the same and changed the figurine. This is a multi-billion-dollar company we're talking about. They definitely could have added some substance to it and kind of based the trophy look around the actual attribute you're going for. Like a stills trophy could look like somebody stealing the ball instead of just a little figurine inside a clear little cylinder. And I just want to know what it's going to be like in 15, 20 years when our greats, our generations of greats like Kobe and LeBron and KD, Steph, like all those guys are out of the league for a long period of time. D Wade, Shaq, like what are they going to do with them? Because you can't honor the greats and not include all of the greats, because at that point it'll be those are our greats.
Good point. Good point. I think my like one thing I kind of agree with Matt. I don't like the clutch award to begin with, but also you can't be the logo and have a trophy in my mind. So I would have called it the
Yeah,
Kobe Award. That's just me.
yeah.
I don't know, but let's
I
move
don't
on.
know.
Oh,
Derek, George Michanin looks like George Michanin there. You see his little glasses and the little silhouette thing, like the little.
They made the players like the little figurines look like the guys, but it's just the same.
What was Jerry West's? What was his award?
he's
Was it
clutch.
the? Oh, he is
His
clutch.
is the clutch player. That's right. Okay.
They call him Mr. Clutch, so it makes sense. I just don't like the fact that he's the logo and has a trophy. Like let's spread the
Ten
wealth.
Yeah,
in 10 years,
maybe we'll
Jordan,
make Kobe the.
it'll be Dame.
Unless they are
Yeah,
changing the logo, but that's a different topic.
yeah.
All right,
Change that to Kobe.
this one will be just for you, Matt. Ready?
Oh no.
Herbert just passed Andrew Luck for most passing yards in first 3 seasons. What do you got to say about that?
Came up really hot and high on Herbert and the Chargers this year, and the whole AFC West. Complete dud. I'll admit it, but I've always had trust in Herbert. I've always thought he's had a great arm, great quarterback. Um, Pretty big stat that he's pulling up. Especially with. I believe he has like one true like weapon to go to, which is Eckler. And to put up stats like that, pretty impressive. Proud of him. Just it's the Chargers, though. He's just gonna end up like Philip Rivers. It's just what his career is gonna end up being, putting up all the numbers and no playoff wins, no rings. We'll just have to see.
Okay.
I got a
Uh,
cool stat about Andrew Luck if you want to hear it.
in a second, Christian had like a like disturbed look on his face when you said he only has one weapon. What you got a rebuttal to that or something?
I mean, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are pretty nice.
They're injured all the time.
You got a response to that, Matt?
Williams has played every game, and he's been playing really nice this year.
I haven't looked too much into Williams this year, but I just know Austin Eckler is like always putting in work with the Chargers. He's like their Christian McCaffrey.
Okay, all right. Well, I was going to give this to Derek, but Christian, yep, covering it up a little bit. Did Sunday Night Football in the debate between Herbert and Tua?
I mean, I guess, but I haven't been too high on either of them. I feel like, yeah, Herbert is decent and he has a strong arm, but he kind of just as a gunslinger. I don't see him as like one of the elite QBs for the next 10 years. And then Tua, I feel like he's kind of just like he has a good amount of yards this year, but that's just because of he's played like 5 of the worst defenses in that 5-game winning streak they had. He has 2 of the fastest wide receivers who pretty much catch it and then run for like 40 extra yards. So I feel like it's like was the debate like who's the next mid-tier quarterback because that's about where I see these guys going for the next 10 years.
It's funny that you was talking about they just run for it or something, because literally in that Sunday Night Football game, Tyreek Hill scooped up a fumble and took it like 40
Right?
yards. All right, Derek, this one's all yours. The other quarterback. Is Jalen Hurts really MVP candidate, or is it the team? You agree with Micah Parsons or not?
So, to a degree, I agree with Micah Parsons. I've been saying A.J. Brown was an elite receiver. Devontae Smith is a great second receiver. He's just as quick as Jalen Waddle. Probably not Tyreek Hill's fast, but he's really fast. So he's got that deep threat. A.J. Brown's just a physical specimen who can just catch the ball over anybody. I mean, you look at the Titans game, and one of his touchdowns he literally is being pass interfered. Both of his arms are held down, and he overpowers the dude and just still makes the catch. It's insane how good of weapons he has. But he is a super smart player. He's really consistent. I think that's what is keeping him where he's at in the MVP race. But I do think Patrick Mahomes is still ahead of him. But Patrick Mahomes could win the MVP every year. That's why Jalen Hurts is the favorite this year.
All right.
Before we move on, do you want to know that?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
So Andrew Luck is 11-0, or no, 10-0 against one team in the NFL, and there's only like 4 other quarterbacks that are 10-0 and against one specific team through their career. That team's the Titans. I lived through that.
Knew it had to be someone in that division.
I lived through it.
Did you have something, Matt?
Yeah. Can I just make a take on this? I don't care if I get any points.
Sure,
But
go for it.
like, I hate this. I hate this freaking thumbnail. Is it Hurts or the team? Like, of course it's the team that's winning games. It's not going to be Jalen Hurts on defense that are, shutting down. Like, I just hate that. But like, you finally put a good receiving core around Hurts, and he's actually showing out. But I just hate that. Like,
You could say the same about Dak too. Like, is it Dak or the team? Because the
no, 100%.
Cowboys defense is like top 3, just like the Eagles.
Yeah.
I agree with
Like,
y'all.
of course it's the team, Like, of
Well, I
course, like
think
they have a
this is.
solid team
I
built
think.
around them. They just traded for AJ Brown this
I
offseason,
think.
which made their offense
Yeah.
skyrocket.
And I didn't even touch on Miles Sanders because he's balling out this year because I don't have a lot of time. I don't want to get the clock thrown up on me, but I don't. I think Micah Parsons was more saying like the offense around him is what is giving him the MVP type season because like
You could say the same thing about Patrick Mahomes when he had freaking
well he's still doing it.
Kelsey and
He's still doing it.
All right, let's move on. Let's
Kelsey.
move on.
Yeah.
This was going to be for the 4th person, but since there is no 4th person, I'll give you each 30 seconds, starting with Matt. Kyrie covered up his logo. Put logo here. What do you got to say on this?
Well, I mean, Nike freaking dropped his contract, so there's like no reason for him to, have to, like, promote Nike. Like, so, we'll see where he goes next. Wonder where, but situation he got in, like, I just don't know if other brands are gonna pick him up. Like, even what we saw with like Kanye, him getting dropped by Adidas. Like, we'll just have to see.
Okay, Derek.
Yeah, so I think this is almost as funny as the Evan Turner thing. The fact that he just wore his shoes and then just wrote logo here over it, like that is hilarious. Kyrie is out of his mind though and has some of the craziest takes just like Kanye does, but God, he is a joke. Like that is sarcasm at its finest.
Yeah. All right, Christian.
Yeah, honestly, I think this is kind of just petty and childish. Like, man could have just wore a different brand of shoes. Like, he literally put on these Nikes just for this. This is like when the Kaepernick ad happened and everyone was putting duct tape over their Nike swooshes. Like, that's a bit ridiculous if you're just me. Like, put on some Adidas. He could be using this as leverage to get another deal, but instead he's just being a baby.
I'm not gonna lie, I
Why
never
would he
thought of
wear
it
other
that way.
shoes though when he's got his own shoe brand?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I said, why would he wear other shoes when he's been basically wearing Kyrie's his whole career? So it's like those are probably the most comfortable shoes that he's balling in. I don't know what he's wearing
Kyrie's
currently,
the next Shaq, and he's going to be selling his shoes in Walmart.
Hey, there's nothing
I
wrong
hope
with
so.
that.
No, I buy him.
Right?
Got some cozy shoes.
But let's move on to Mandy Rose released by WWE. What do you got to say about that, Derek?
Well, I don't watch WWE a lot, but I know she was the champion for like over 400 days. And from inside source, I was told it's because of a nip slip. Like, I get you're trying to be PG WWE, but back in the day, they used to have ECW Extreme Strip Poker with the Divas. Like, she had a malfunction with her attire, if that's the real reason. I hope she like takes her talents to AEW. Um,
Hang
and
on. I'm gonna cut you off because like I said nip slip, but it's like it's deeper than that. So I'll come back
well,
to you, Christian. Do you want to pick it up from there?
Yeah. This was kind of a bit of a shock because it had happened after she like just dropped the belt, and I thought she was going up to like Raw or SmackDown. But yeah, supposedly it was because she has her own like fan site. It's like a knockoff version of OnlyFans, and she posted like some naked pictures there, like a topless picture. So, and that's like goes against their code of conduct or whatever. I can understand why they did it because like kids can find that and just like look it up, and it's the same with like why it took so long for China to be in the Hall of Fame, because if a kid looked up China, a bunch of porn would come up. But I do think it was a bit extreme because like Matt Riddle just got suspended for like his third failed drug test, and they're just making him go to rehab and then he could come back. Like she should have been like suspended for like 30 days or something, and then have to like not do that fan site maybe, or like something. I don't know. It seemed a bit extreme to just fire her. Part of me thinks like she kind of agreed to it because now if she does go to like AEW or something, she could just she can be nude on the fan site as much as she wants. So she's probably just gonna go make more money like that. So I feel like it might work out best for her in the long run. So yeah,
One clarification: it was Matt Riddle's second strike.
not if we count UFC.
All right. Speaking of Matt, you ready?
Yeah. Um, in the end, like WWE is a business, so they're gonna have their code of conduct, as Christian said. Um, her being released for those photos, I think she should have been suspended as well. It wasn't. This was the first time that she kind of had these photos shown up, right? Because I know um, they weren't as like vulgar from what I was reading. So um, a suspension, like you say, Christian, she could have just agreed to it, go to AEW. We'll just have to see. But WWE is a business.
All right, Derek. Do you have the info you need to finish now? I'll give you 30
yeah.
seconds.
All right, cool. So again, I think it's ridiculous because if it was a like an OnlyFans type of thing, girls used to go pose in Playboy back in the day. Like, what's the difference?
I already gave you a point for that.
They
Um,
changed their code of conduct.
but Mandy Rose is going to go to another company and she's going to dominate just like she did in the WWE. That's it.
What I would
But
have to.
you guys got the link or
So, in the little bit of research that I did, do you know the company Mattel?
The toy
Yes.
company.
Yeah, I guess they really don't play that, so they were like not happy with this. And then also, I guess this is just reports. She was warned a little bit, so she tried to sneak them a little bit with a paywall, and they leaked out. So they were probably mad about that as well. So
I mean, just like her Instagram and stuff, she's already like she shows the most out of like any diva I've seen. So it's like
from
I could
WWE?
see her like trying to do that.
yeah, yeah, it's a tricky subject, but we're coming up to the end here. We're getting close. So let's get through this one. Would you guys agree with this? I don't know. I'll give you like a minute. I'll read it out if you want. Says best player of each decade: Wilt Chamberlain 60s, Kareem 70s, Magic 80s, Mike 90s, Kobe 2000s, LeBron 2010s, and Giannis 2020s. Matt, what do you got to say on that?
Seems like a pretty accurate list to me. I would probably 60s is pretty tough with Wilt and Bill, just because Bill was winning. Um, you know, but dominance, we'll say yes, of course, Wilt. Kareem, 70s, yeah. Magic and Larry Bird, they could go head to head, but of course, winning. Michael Jordan, of course, he like ran the 90s. Kobe, 2000s. Who doesn't get a lot of respect for the 2000s, though, in my opinion, is Tim Duncan. I think Tim Duncan should at least be in there
Derek,
because
you're
he
up in
was
10. Keep going.
easily the best two-way player of the 2000s, in my opinion. LeBron, 8 straight finals appearances, and Giannis. I mean, yeah, dominance right there.
Yeah, so I agree to an extent. I think it would be easier if you like broke it down into like maybe 5 years, like later in the, like Matt said with the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson going back and forth, and then like maybe like the late 2000, like right before 2010 to like 2014, 15, you could put LeBron after Kobe, and then like Steph should be in there between LeBron and Giannis because he's kind of changed the whole game for everybody. He's making kids shoot threes all over the place. Players are shooting threes from half court because they think they're Steph. But I mean, Kobe, Mike, LeBron, those are a lot of people's top three debates. So it makes sense why they're in there. And then
Christian's up at 10.
Giannis is the new future, and he's probably going to dominate the league for probably all of 2020, 20s.
All right, Christian, go ahead. Till minute 10.
Yeah, I agree with this list for the most part. The only like kind of gripe I have is we're only 2 years in. How they're just gonna? They should have just left the 20s off. Like, who knows what's gonna happen the next 8 years? Like, Giannis could like have a slump or get injured, or I mean, God forbid, of course, but we don't know. There's a lot of young good players. What if Ja just starts taking over the league? What if Zion, after this weight loss, just becomes the best player for the next 10 years? Like, it's a little early. I feel like they should have just left that off for now. Just kind of throwing it to Giannis is like kind of like a prediction more than like stating a fact. That's the only gripe I have. I do kind of like Derek's point is pretty good because I feel like Steph, Shaq, those are like guys that seems kind of hard to leave off. Tim, but I guess if we're really gonna group it into 10-year periods, this is a pretty accurate list.
Okay. Just throwing in my thing here. If Jokic won a chip in the next 8 years, man has 2 MVPs and a chip. So just throwing Giannis for the 2020s does seem a little early for me. And then with the Shaq thing, Shaq did have 3 Finals MVPs and an MVP in the 2000s. I think he's a little slept on as well. LeBron, the 8 Finals, like Matt was saying, is kind of hard to beat. Magic and Larry is close. I'm surprised they put Wilt up there. I'm kind of happy they did, but either one, it's crazy.
My question to you, Jordan, is: do you think Jokic is even on the same stratosphere as Giannis when it comes to being a two-way player?
No.
I think that Giannis has just been we've kind of seen him transcend into that player that will take us to greatness in the 2020s.
I'm not saying Jokic will be better.
It came early to 2018 or 19, where he was winning the defense player. Yeah, but
because if we're going strictly 2020 and on, all Giannis has is 1 chip. No MVP, no Defensive Player of the Year. But
Steph won his chip this year.
Giannis has won an MVP though, right?
He has. He's won 2.
2019, 2018.
He has 2.
Back to back, I think.
And a Defensive Player of the Year.
And Jokic kind of gets a lot of debate with Embiid.
Yeah. And?
Yeah.
If you're gonna throw him in there, you got to throw Embiid, right?
Well, I mean, Jokic got the trophies though, bro.
Yeah, but some say last year he shouldn't have.
Haters say that.
I gotta say something about this because the only reason people be disrespecting Jokic is because he's not flashy and he's goofy. It's like Eli Manning.
He's flashy.
Huh?
He is flashy. The dude be making behind the back passes, behind the head pass. He's one of the highest IQ flashy players in the NBA.
Yeah,
I just think he just doesn't look as athletic.
Yeah, he doesn't look flashy. He doesn't look smooth and Like he's
He's like Luca.
yeah, like
He just slows the game down.
But
And
no
he's
one
like
disrespects Luca, though.
easily.
that's. I mean, I think
They do about
Luca has like
defense.
the
His
swagger,
defense is
whatever
atrocious.
that people be looking for. Jokic doesn't have that. He's not like the cool dude that like everyone's
He's just
emulating
goofy.
their game after. But he's the most efficient player in the league, and he has been for like 3
Yeah.
4 years now straight. So I
Yeah,
just
but Luca has Riz, bro.
yeah, what?
Riz,
Riz? What the hell is
he's
that?
he's pulling up on your girl and he's stealing her, bro.
W Riz.
Fouling and look. All right. Someone's going home now after this. So
Oh
I'll give you 30
no.
seconds.
Might as well just be me.
The rule change, Matt, what do you got to say about that? Or the possible rule change that they can review it and either take the roughing away or throw you out of the game. What do you got to say about that?
Oh, so I didn't read up on that. So they can take it away. Like they can like review it, and if they say, "Hey, this isn't roughing the passer," they can say, "No, it wasn't roughing the passer."
Yep, roughing the passer calls and defenseless hits could be reviewable or an automatic ejection. The vote takes place in March.
Yeah, definitely think that would that just completely changed my opinion on the whole freaking thing because I thought it was like regardless it's gonna be like if it's a defenseless hit they're automatically ejected. But that like changes everything if they can overrule that because if they do overrule that, there has been plenty of calls in the past that we've seen, especially in the AFC Championship with Chiefs Patriots when Tom Brady literally got touched on the helmet and got roughing the passer. Then they're in the Super Bowl winning it. Yeah, definitely agree. If they can overturn those types of roughing the passer, definitely I'm all for it.
Okay.
I
Derek?
don't know if I went over or not because I didn't see the clock.
Yeah, that's my bad. Just don't go too long, guys, but go ahead.
So to start out, nobody wants more reviews. Nobody wants to like have the game pause longer. But this is one reason why you want to have reviews because the rule that they changed this year to make it like almost an automatic roughing the passer if you sack them is ridiculous, and the refs are just throwing flags for no reason. Um, Now they can see that when a player tackles a dude, if they've pull him down on top of them, that's not a roughing the passer. So I think it's a great addition to the rules, and I hope it does get passed because what they changed this year needs to be better handled. And I mean, the NFL's already coming out saying they've made mistakes, and that's why this is being talked about and should be in place.
Okay. Christian?
Yeah, I do think this is a good thing. Could be. I think this could be a good thing because there is a lot of calls that I would think they would watch the replay and be like, okay, yeah, we made a bad call. But part of me also thinks with the way the league has been that this is just going to cause more issues. Like for one, it is going to slow the game down because there's going to be a lot more reviews, a lot more replays. And then also I feel like some of the refs are kind of like very stubborn. So like if they make the call, I feel like they're just going to stick with that call. We're going to see like all kinds of ejections for like very minor hits. Um, I really hope that it's a better change, but it's kind of like I feel like it's kind of going to be like the NBA one where like they review things, but like hardly anything ever changes after the review. So that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. I know you're 1 point ahead now, but I did the work, so let's just do this. For the top, for the win, the advance. Derek, you're good. You're going on. Derek, football, UFC. Which one should it go with?
Football.
All right. Since you got the lead, Christian, first question. Whoever gets it first is moving on. Who am I? Football.
This is past, right?
Passed.
Um, what team did I play for most?
Too easy.
Okay, what conference was I in the most?
NFC. Matt?
Have I won a Super Bowl?
I have not won a Super Bowl. Christian?
What position?
I'm a running back. Matt?
Have I won rushing yards leader?
Oh, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure no. I have not. I have not.
Okay.
Did I retire in the last 10 years?
Yes.
Am I Marshawn Lynch?
I'm
Oh,
not
god damn
Marshawn Lynch.
it. You won a freaking ring.
Said NFC, right? Am I Michael Turner?
I'm not Michael Turner.
Am I a Hall of Famer?
Not currently.
But he will be? You think? That's
You're
another
gonna have
question.
to
We gotta
wait.
get an
You're gonna
answer
have to
that.
wait.
Yeah, no.
Um, what division?
Is that too much, Derek? Are you froze?
Yeah,
Frozen?
I'm thinking. Like that's kind of a vague question. He just says what division, but like, what if he played for multiple NFC teams?
That's fair too.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm gonna say that's too easy. Go ahead. Another question.
Okay. Did I play for multiple teams?
I did.
Um, am I Frank Gore? Or
I'm
are you
not.
Frank Gore?
I'm not Frank Gore.
Am
Okay.
I Todd Gurley?
I'm not Todd Gurley.
Damn.
That's a good question.
You ask these nuts to get out of your mouth.
You could ask Matt or Christian to. You could use their question.
Matt, just ask what college.
Oh God. Okay, what college?
I went to Oregon State.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, never mind. I don't know. I don't even know. Oh, yeah.
I feel like you guys are trying to ask good questions, but also don't want to give it away.
I know.
And
Probably chipping away at it. Oregon State.
huh?
What did you say?
Am I Jonathan Stewart?
Oh, I'm not John Stewart.
Damn.
I didn't think it'd be this tough.
Did I play for the Giants?
I did not play for the Giants.
God
Okay.
dang.
This one's tough. I can't think of a single Oregon State running back.
Me neither. Gee.
Man.
One for you, Christian. You want to ask my question? Ask if you spent most of your career as a return man.
Why? That doesn't help me.
What you say?
Did I retire in the last 5 years?
No.
Did you play for the Bears?
I did not play for the Bears.
You mind? Um,
I'm surprised it's still going. I'm not gonna lie.
this is tough, man. Am I? God dang.
If you want to ask it again, I will tell you division just to shorten this.
All right, division.
I played in the NFC West.
Mm, all right. I think I might know it now.
Uh
I know
oh.
too, but I
The pressure's on you,
can't
Matt.
think of his first name. You said NFC West?
NFC West.
Oh God.
For most of my career, not all of my career. Come on, man.
Did I already ask if you played for the 49ers?
You did not ask me that, but I did not play for the 49ers.
Okay.
You
Am
asked
I?
if I was Frank Gore.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did.
Am I Steven Jackson?
I am Steven Jackson.
Dude, I was thinking him earlier, but didn't we do Steven Jackson not that long ago?
I don't think so. I usually try to match the guys up a little bit, so we went with Ezekiel Elliott. So I thought, hey, Steven's a good pass guy to go.
Should have freaking went with the
I
stupid
swore we
Rams.
did him like a few weeks ago, so I like intentionally didn't pick him, but I was thinking him like 5, 6 questions ago.
Matt, any final words?
Yeah, I'll still be watching from behind Jordan. Gonna break some necks if anybody acts up.
You'll be watching from behind.
I'm an active fool.
The ice, bro. Yeah, I messed up and hit the button. All right. From behind the ice, bro. There we go. All right. Final question for the win here, guys. Yep, I forgot I took it off. All-time players with the most playoff games with 20 assists. Magic Johnson's got 10, John Stockton's got 4, Rondo's got 2, Steve Nash got 1, Tim Hardaway 1, Doc Rivers 1, Johnny Moore 1. Derek as the leader, and Matt, if you could throw your camera back on so you could put Derek back in the right spot. What do you got to say?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. So, one, it's insane that Magic Johnson has 10 20 plus assist games in the playoffs to start off. Two, it kind of shows you where the league's going. Because if you look, the most recent player is Rajon Rondo. And he was in, I think he came into the league like 2007 or 8. Mid 2000s. And so that's just insane that you're not seeing that anymore because you don't have any true point guards in this day and age. Everybody wants to score over getting the assists, but Magic Johnson is just above and beyond everybody else. Steve Nash only having one is kind of crazy because he was like true point guard. But that's all I really got to say.
All right. The door's open, Christian. Can you catch up?
Do I have to get all 7? I have to get like 10 points.
You would need what, 12?
11, I
11?
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh.
11
I thought we
points.
just like debated and then you picked the winner off the debate.
That's never how it's been.
Yes, it is. That's you
Uh,
literally
It's
made.
always
count
highest
as
score.
Does this count as his
No,
time?
because that one you made Wyatt choose. Who
That's
you
because we
thought
were
won.
tied. We were tied at the end.
Well, anyway, yeah, this is like a record I don't ever see being broken because barely anyone ever even gets 20 assists in a game, let alone a playoff game. The only guy I could see close now is maybe Westbrook, but even his like triple doubles are always like 10, 11 assists, so 20 assists is crazy. Magic is up there with the best point guards of all time, if not the best point guard of all time, even though he was kind of a small forward. But yeah, like Derek said, this is just a different league nowadays. Assists aren't as prominent, especially like that being your most statistical like advantage. It's just we don't see that anymore. Honestly, it seems like big men are getting more assists nowadays because all the smaller guys are driving and shooting the three. So yeah, this is just a crazy stat that I'll see probably living the rest of time.
Well, it was a valiant effort. Before I give you your time, we got a Magic playoff goat in terms of assist. And if you want this theme, I can send it to you. The snow is transparent, so yeah, I can get that to you. But final words.
So the Saints lose this weekend. I'm not watching football the rest of the year. And follow Facebook Gaming Christian's Odd.
You know what happens when you promote yourself without winning? Huh? You know what happened? Yeah, do the freeze pose. Yep. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna not have to do it on the stream deck because it is so glitchy. Look at that. Look at that. Look how slow that was. Oh my God. All right, Derek, you came, you conquered. What do you got to say?
I got one positive thing. Matt's looking cute as ever. Cute all stream. And then the big negative thing, Jalen Brown's sold. So Matt, because I don't know Jalen Brown, next time I see you in person, I'm beating your ass. That's what you get for being a Celtics fan. Uh, the disrespect that Jalen Brown has to people like me to lose $2,900 because he can't hit a free throw. He's a professional athlete. Hit your free throws. Also, go follow Roomful of Swag, Roomful of Football, Young Pyramid Music. I'm the go to this show. Never lost on real terms.
All right, and that does it for the episode.